that's right. We're all sad now. We're sad now.
Yeah, it's all dark now.
It's all dark. Dark Souls is all dark.
That's true.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the best of all possible souls. It's me, Dia. There's Derby, and that other voice you hear is Trevor Strunk. Trevor, say hi.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Dia. Hi, Derby.
It's the first Souls of a New Year.
It's nice to be back.
Yeah, it's nice to be back.
2024.
First Souls of a New Year. And wow, striking a somber tone here in Firelink Shrine.
Yeah, it's I was actually thinking this morning about how now after we've gone to the dark spot, basically the the anti-world, the game does feel a lot more somber after that. Like, it has the kind of like very sad tone of like a Bloodborne or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's very strange. Like, I'm not used to sadness in Dark Souls, like, you know, despair or whatever, like, oh no, like that person's thing went wrong or whatever, but like actual sort of prolonged sadness is not usually the vibe.
Yeah, no, it is weird, especially because like we have done something that has kind of forever shaken the Firekeeper. Mm-hmm. Who is, you know, really kind of acts en loco parentis, you know.
Yeah, unless you kill her, I guess.
Yeah, so we could kill her and we could take the eyes back. It's what she wants.
It may not be what Derby wants.
It may not be what Derby wants. It may not be. I mean, the thing is, so we have seen a vision of the world without the flame now. That's right. Where we went. We went to a world without the flame. You know, the champion arrived too late. The bell never rang. The fire was never linked. And somewhere along the way, this poor girl had her eyes ripped out by, Ludleth, chief amongst them, and others. Though Ludleth is not really...
He doesn't really own up to it.
No, he well, it's interesting because there is a sense of like ownership of the act to him, but he's not going to name his co-conspirators. He's not really going to give us much about it. And he's kind of more just like, oh, well, this is what we did. What you going to do? Yeah.
And it seems like he's not happy it happened, right? Like, it's sort of like he kind of acknowledges that it was not a good thing.
Yeah.
But it is also because he's Ludleth, it's, you know, it's a thing that happened in the past. It's not really worth, you know, worrying about too long for him. Of course, for the other people there, the only other person we really run across is the crone who sells things, and she seems completely different. Like, she seems to be a totally different iteration of that person.
Yeah, have we talked to her in this iteration?
I think we have.
Ashen One. What is it?
Okay, yeah, she's still just doing her thing.
Ashen One.
You know, we haven't talked to.
The only people who know are the Firekeeper and Ludleth.
Where'd homie go?
That's weird.
Did he just fuck off because we weren't bringing him books?
That seems
there
unfair.
You are, unkindled one. I am pleased.
Yeah. Okay, you got nothing new for me.
Do not be gone for long.
I mean, he hasn't fucked off.
Yeah.
And I would think if anyone would have. Wonder where she gonna even go.
Oh, Champion of Ash, welcome back. Do you wish to hear a tale? You know, in my home of Karim, I would be pleased to but if I... Oh, terrible.
Okay.
Have a pleasant journey. I pray for your...
Is this water always this green tinge? Is this green tinge coming through to you on this water?
Yeah, oh, it is. Yeah, I don't think that would have changed, but I mean, I guess maybe.
I'm just curious because I'm just looking at it. I'm just kind of like, I don't remember it being quite so fluorescent green.
It's really got that Ninja Turtles look.
It really,
Derby's gonna turn into some sort of giant version of an animal.
I'm like, did something happen with like my graphics card or something? Yeah, because that's way too green. What something weird is going on because it's got like a green shift to it.
Maybe our friend poisoned the water.
Yeah, I don't know. But I
Well,
do.
nothing else looks off though.
No, yeah, none of the other textures are off. It's a weird.
It's in the NVIDIA update to make water green again.
Yeah, I don't know what could have happened there. Nothing's.
Do you have the green water turned on?
I'm like, what do I have? You know, I got quality settings. Yeah, no, okay, I don't know. But anyway, we will not decide what to do just yet with the firekeeper and the eyeballs that we gave her and the visions of a very bleak world and everything about it that she's witnessed now. Instead, we're gonna go to the dragon barracks.
Yeah, where we were running around last time trying to find chunks.
We found chunks, and we made our sword the maximum sword.
It's a shame it can't go any higher.
No, like it is like a, you know, it's kind of a bummer. You know, it's like I'm always disappointed, like thinking about like the relic weapons in
Final Fantasy 14.
Final Fantasy 14,
Yeah.
and how like you know you can kind of like trade in like your progress like between to the next one to skip some levels.
Yep.
But like I always thought like that feels cheating. I kind of just want the one weapon just keeps getting. Like let me just have the relic that's just like this is my relic and we're gonna just go hard with this relic forever. And
Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, there's like part of, I think like I have that same inclination because that's always why I end up, although I didn't with the last one, I need to still do that at some point, but I went through and got all the relic weapons up until their you know, nth level, and it was always because it was like, you know, you can get to make a sword better.
Yeah.
It's just like, I always want to make a sword better if there's an opportunity to do so. I mean, who wouldn't?
So we've got these two big dragons.
Dueling dragons, yeah.
They're not even really dueling. They're just kind of mounted on the side of this building, doing their thing, breathing. Doing their thing and breathing really is what the dragons are mostly up to. We could try and run across, but they really are pretty quick with that fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we're gonna make it.
But we can drop down because the moat that the bridge crosses is empty. It's been drained. But there are those big pus of man bullshits down here. As we found out last time. I think they're still here. We could probably kill.
One was down there, so
yeah, we could take that guy out before he has a chance to shift. I think.
100%.
And we could go up,
especially with our extremely strong weapon too. Wow.
Could not lock onto him to save my life, so I don't know what that was about. But now we're past
Green
it.
water, no lock-ons, some sort of extremely rare status
that is
problem in. You have like the worm in the brain status problem that was going around when the remaster came out of Dark Souls 1.
Oh God, yeah.
That was so strange.
That was. So we're. Oh, that's right. Because we did go up this way, didn't we? Previously, no, we didn't. We didn't.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
so.
of the lower decks that took us up to here. Who's that over there? Look at that person.
Is that a friend?
That is not a friend. No. I have a feeling that there's much more than meets the eye to this little section here. Damn.
So.
Homie.
Yeah, that's a
That
strong.
hit. You with the bandit knife, like just damn.
Got strength up to the soft cap there, and dex.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
of
you were
course.
right.
I was like, I was like, I don't feel like it's just one bandit just here.
Look at this Baldur's Gate ass setup.
Right?
I love
was
it.
Like, there's quite a number of dudes back in here. A large soul of a nameless soldier.
I love that.
And that takes us back to the bonfire we started at. Fatia had.
Oh.
Oh,
yes.
it's a winged
indeed.
knight. Oh boy. Oh boy. Son of a...
Wow, Wing Knight staggered you.
Yo, wow. He really got me there.
Not sure there's anything rendered inside of Wing Knight.
No, though, he's empty on the inside. He's just a big walking suit of armor. Sadly, there's not a ladder that we could kick down there, so...
Just take the long way home.
Yeah, that's it. But that's okay, because there's another thing that we could do, which is hop down on this side.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Now, of course. Oh, it's a chunk. Isn't that interesting?
Very nice.
What's actually? Ooh, let's go over this way. This is.
This is new.
Yeah,
We haven't done this.
this is new. We haven't been over this way before.
I always love exploring a FromSoft castle for the first
You know,
time. It's always
FromSoft
enjoyable.
castles are a good time. Like, I really got to give it to them. Not Stormwind. Stormwind is the castle.
Yeah, Stormwind is fine. It's just not all that exciting.
Whatchamacallit? Not Stormwind. What's it called?
Are you talking about the
Elden
one
Ring.
where the guy with all the arms is?
The Elden
first
Ring
sort of
one,
main
yeah.
castle?
Yeah, that first
Yeah,
one.
Oh, what is that?
It's not Stormwind, because Stormwind is the castle from fucking World of Warcraft.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, what is it?
Who's doing this shit?
Castle. Stormvale Castle.
Stormvale. That's right. It's not Stormwind, but it's damn close. Ooh, so here we're under the dragons now over here. This gets us back
All
here
right.
under kind of across the bridge, but like
Yeah,
in kind of
underneath.
the. Don't you throw that shit at me, homie?
This is
No,
the
I hate
classic
that
dragon
shit.
snipe.
Roger.
The classic dragon sniping position.
It's a bit of a sniping position. We could snipe that guy down there.
It's cool to
he's-
see the rat version of the Puss of Man
Yeah,
so far up
it's-
like this. Pretty neat.
It is neat. It is neat seeing the Puss of Man so elaborately done up.
Well, because it runs up on you so fast, you never really get to see like.
Right, because it's fucking terrifying, and you have to put it down quickly.
Right.
That is like one of the things that's interesting to me about like Souls games is that so often the bosses are so big, and you don't really get a chance to appreciate them because you're busy fighting their ankles.
It's
This
totally
is-
true of Bloodborne, I think, in particular.
Yeah, this Bloodborne has the additional problem of the bosses are so fucking fast that not only are you fighting their ankles, but like you are fighting their ankles in a very frantic kind of manner.
Correct. And like it is just like, I don't know, they are really cool looking bosses, but whenever anyone's like, oh, I love the look of this boss, it's like, how many times did you play this game?
Yeah.
It's like when I saw that boss, it was, that's a big old monster, and I don't know how to handle it. Oh my.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
He got me fast.
That is a
Yeah.
scary night there.
That's an outrider. That's one of those the dancer of the Boreal Valley.
I was gonna say, it reminds me of the dancer.
It's the dancer's one of them, and the whatchamacallit, not Yorm, Gorm, Thorm, Sorm, Rorm. The first guy we fight at the bottom of whatchamacallit of the wall. The wall. We fight one of those guys.
Yes, I recall that.
he
Yeah.
is-
He's an outrider.
Yeah. Ha! Sucker.
Bummer for you.
Twinkle tits. So, okay. I think the thing that I think is funny about like this section right here is once you go down, you're committed to being down, you know?
Yeah, you're done. You're done. You can't go back up until you go back to the bonfire.
So, like we did that, and so now we're just going this way. Oh, there's a thing here.
There's the lizard. Get him. Bigger fish to fry right now.
Yeah, right. Come on, homies. Oh. Yeah.
Fast, but not decisive.
I like that I can get them in one, like the upswing even.
It's really cool. I also like that for whatever reason the AI isn't particularly concerned with the upswing, so they just kind of like keep their distance and wait for you. Yeah, you're gonna get hit by this.
Yeah. Dagger. Down you go.
Yeah.
All right. I got 12 Estus flasks. I can drink that. I could drink some of those bitches.
Yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, I can just go for it.
Why
don't son of a
worry?
bitch.
Right?
I was
Is
like,
that a way to go up there?
no, there's not a way to go there. I thought there
I
might
was
be.
like, do you have a secret?
I thought there might be, but there wasn't a
Yeah.
secret. There wasn't a secret. There was nothing. But now I cleared that path, so I might as well go that way.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I do like. I didn't mind Stormvale that much, but at the same point, like this quality of like there being a bunch of spokes and some of them being dead ends and some of them being interesting and just like the need to clear them all out is something that I think was missing in Stormvale for sure.
Yeah. Stormvale is interesting because for all of its like paths and secrets, it still was just kind of, you know, a straightforward kind of affair. Like, oh shit.
That's so
Fucker.
cool. That rock. That was so neat.
Damn.
That spin.
And all he dropped is a large Titanite shard.
Hey, you know
That's
what?
so
It was all about the
funny.
duel.
It's true, it was. It was all about the duel. Down you go. What was it? Was it worth it? A sniper crossbow. Oh,
I did it.
time for revenge. Anyone else down there? No, just that guy. That's you bastard.
So to speak, praise the revenge.
Oh wow! Look at you drop down
yeah.
this guy right here.
Yeah,
got
there's
that
a
on
lot of
both
these.
of them.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, that is pretty nice.
Yeah, that's good. But we don't care because that just takes us back to where we were. So that spoke was exclusively to get us this crossbow and get our revenge. That's wonderful.
Also, if you didn't have a crossbow and you wanted to take out the dragons, that's helpful.
I guess yeah.
Although by this point in the game, there's
I don't know that you could. I mean, the problem with the crossbow is you can't really aim it. You know, like
It's true. Can you lock onto the dragons?
I don't think at this range.
Right, you'd have to get too close for it
Yeah.
to matter.
So.
All right.
Okay. So what are we doing?
Next path.
Bonk. Back over here. And we gotta deal with all of these big boys again. Oh, wow. Way to shoot me through that wall.
It's the power of the flame crossbow.
God, I fucking... It's really just
Hit you with the
so over.
Estus recovery problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying. It really lasts a long time, too.
Yeah, it really does.
Like, why is it so long?
Over here, jerk off. I don't remember you from last time, but okay. Oh, I think that was the guy that was up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so we
Okay.
know over here. Let's just go over here and we'll go down and we'll fight the Outrider, and that's just that. And like, it's
Gotta
fine.
get that Outrider.
We gotta get the Outrider. You know, it's we gotta get him at some point. We might as well just do it now.
Do you actually have to get him?
I mean, I feel like I do.
Well, yeah, no. I agree. I just meant in terms of like the game
Oh,
here.
I don't. Oh, son of a bitch! Should have healed. I forgot about the frostbite.
It's just counting to make sure I had the right amount of deaths. Outrider, Wing Knight.
Yeah, that's the right.
Yeah, there we go. It's nice that we're fighting these big ones. I can double check myself much more easily.
It's true. When you have the big boy deaths, it's makes it easier. It's the 15 times Dio like runs off a ledge. You know, that's where it's hard to keep track of things.
Of course, those are the episodes everyone loves, so it's difficult to say whether it's good or bad.
Why did you boys come over here? Oh.
Yeah.
Not efficient, but it was fun.
Yeah, it worked in the end. And we didn't have to deal with the Estus thing, so
Yeah.
I give it an A+. Oh, nice.
And we get the Irithil Rapier out of it.
Ooh.
And we get our souls back. And let's see. I think this is... No, we're all good. What's in here? Twinkling Titanite.
To
here.
build your Irithil Rapier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you know, they're gonna hook you up with this stuff at this point. That's another not mix. We'll open it up.
On the Spirit Tree Crest Shield.
Yeah.
All right.
And then... Wait, what's the Spirit Tree Crest Shield? That's not the Grass Crest Shield.
Yeah, I think I realized. I think I was confusing it.
Yeah.
Behold,
Anything?
real wall.
Behold, real wall. I think that is just, that's it down here. Oh wait, there's another chest. Yeah, that's not a mimic.
It's a good haul.
Okay, so that's it.
So what's the deal about the Irithil Rapier and that shield?
Let's take a look. That's the wrong thing. Equipment.
There we go.
All right, so the Great Lands. Where is the Rapier?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Thrusting sword bestowed upon the Outrider Knights of the Boreal Valley. This weapon is shrouded in frost and causes frostbite. Every Outrider knight one day devolves into a beast, constantly hounded by Pontiff Sullivan's black eyes.
It's rough.
Yeah, the abyss, man. Not even once.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
So the spirit tree crest shield, a knight shield engraved with a crest depicting a spirit tree. One of the enchanted blue shields, the spirit tree crest shield, greatly reduces lightning damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got this neat tree on it that you can see how the branches and the roots mimic one another.
It's neat how they did the roots in there. That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's a good shield. Elden Ring, not so many great shields on IMO.
I can't remember. I never used a shield, so I wasn't really paying attention.
I was like kind of vaguely intrigued by it at first. I was like maybe I'll use the shield, and then I was just like, nah, From Software doesn't really want me to, and these are ugly anyway. So these guys.
It's rare that I can't think of a game where I've like really loved using a shield. I guess my first run of Dark Souls, I used a shield the whole time, and there was something enjoyable about that. But what are we gonna do here?
I guess from here you could technically snipe them.
Yeah, you
With
could
the
throw
saber
kukris at it
crossbow.
and see what happens.
Throw a couple of kukris at it. It's true.
That should handle it, right?
So one of the interesting things is that, and I just know this from experience, if you kill one wyvern, they both die.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
What an odd choice.
But I also think it's wild that they just go rip shit and do not stop. Like there's no way to get across once they start going.
That's like NES mechanics on a dragon.
Uh-huh.
Like we're just gonna keep doing the same interval.
Yeah. They're not fucking around. So we're just gonna go back this way and see what's back this way.
Smart.
There's a bunch of these assholes.
Are they real or are they just armor?
Those are
they're
real.
Okay, I see them moving. Yeah.
Those are extremely fucking real. I wonder if I can pull them over one at a time. Looks like it. Good, because Jesus Christ, if I had to fight all of them at once.
Just like he sees you and puts away his thing. All right, fine.
Yeah. I'm in your mom's car. Broom, broom, motherfucker. This bitch. This bitch is gonna actually fucking...
Put holy on that sword. Straight up have the same
Didn't
build
fucking
as
help
you.
you, homie. Okay, give me those leggings. Some Lululemon shit right there.
When the Lululemon guy said that they didn't want certain people in the store, they meant the Lothric Knights.
No, they meant only the Lothric Knights.
They only want the Lothric
They
Knights. Yeah,
only
that's
want
right.
Lothric Knights. Oh, that guy's not actually a thing. That's a
Yeah, he's not real.
That's a
but they were
fake.
sad about it.
That's a fake out. There's nothing over here, Trevor. There's
Except
that
that.
up there, but you can't get to that from here.
I
You can
love a
just-
dead end in a castle.
You
I
can just look
absolutely
up
love
at it and it tells you, hey, eventually there's an item up there that you can get to, and there's also nothing over here.
I love it.
This is just-
I absolutely. There's so much to be enjoyed about a path that is difficult and then gives you nothing. I appreciate that the game is comfortable disliking us enough to do
Yeah,
that. That's
no,
really
it's,
cool.
it's pretty cool.
I don't think a lot of games like doing that anymore. I feel like there's always like something. There's a collectible, or you're finishing the map, or whatever.
Now here's the question. Are you going to start spitting fire, or can I run across? Let's see if we can make it. YOLO! Woo! Oh,
Oh no!
I think I can make it though.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, there we go.
Just a little bit on fire.
Okay.
All right. That was very well done.
This
Nicely
room.
timed.
I vaguely remember this room just sucking a whole lot.
I mean, it sure looks like it.
Because this is where we really dig deep into our memories of Boletaria.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. This is some.
Everyone knows the hallway, the one parapet in Boletaria that you have to go down. Oh, son of a bitch! Got me. He came out of nowhere with that knife.
Yeah, and that was. Oof. I mean, I know we have that ring on that does a little more damage to us, but those fire bombs were hitting you.
Yeah.
Unreal for some reason.
No, that was some serious fucking damage we were taking. That room is just like there's no way around that. From what I remember, like.
Yeah, it's mean for sure.
I wonder if I could make it across the bridge.
You can give it a try.
Let's see. Let's find out. It's only 25,000 souls. What's 25,000 souls between friends? Nope. That was so funny.
Now, what I do like about that, and what I like about the approach of the game there is, if you try to do that, fuck wall head.
Fucker.
I do appreciate that if you try and like jump across the bridge, like and do what you just did, the thing that ends up happening is you fall to this level below. So it's at least it's kind of like contemplative.
There we go.
All right, well, I guess either you're gonna have to homeward bone or...
I'll just run through here.
That's fair.
There's like nothing... like I could literally just run through this section right here.
Right,
just
yeah.
Flop down over this ledge over here, and boom. We're back here.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
And then I do this. And reset everyone back to the way they used to be.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Yeah, okay, so I guess I can't run over there. That's fine. I'll go down here and run over here, and we'll just run past all of these assholes. They'll follow us, but maybe I could just actually run. Hey, assholes. You want to follow me?
Go for it. Got a real fun treat. Oh. Still going for it?
Let's see.
No, they wisely went back.
Well, one got, like, knocked all the way to the side.
Well, that was a good move.
That was pretty great.
That was tight. That was some smart use of the space, dude.
Jesus.
What is going on with these guys? They are like hitting so hard. This is harder than the Outrider Knight.
Jesus. Oh, there's like so many of them. Oh, there's a ladder up here. Hold on. Fuck you, buddy. Oh yeah, you decided to come down? All right, fine. Got you from behind. Oh, it's the trouser that I wanted. Jesus, how many... What is going on here?
Is it like a little monastery or something?
Yeah, like
I mean,
something-
you're absolutely right. This is just like Boletaria. It's
yeah.
even in terms of the amount of like faceless monsters you get to fight. What's this all about?
Oh, it's a weird pus of man that's on the dragon foot.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
it's some weird shit.
So the dragon is infected by the pus of man?
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it'll turn into like a weird like arm or head if I go close to it is the deal.
But that seems like a good place to kill the dragon.
Yeah.
Also, once you get rid of everyone throwing fireballs at you.
Yeah, Jesus. There's also like a mimic up here. There's all kinds of shit going on up here.
They are just they're testing you.
This room does not fuck around. It is fun in the way that being punched in the dick repeatedly is fun.
In that there are like extremely limited times where that would be fun, but they do ostensibly exist.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, and actually, I think this person passed away who said this to me, so they can't even get mad. I'll never forget when I was mad at the Eagles for losing years and years ago, and I said something like you dick slaps, and someone was like, it's kind of messed up that you'd say that, because like, you know, a lot of people in the gay community really might like that, like that might be something they find interesting. And I was like, I wasn't besmirching anyone who likes to get their dick slapped. This was describing a painful experience. And
Yeah,
they were
well-
like, all right. I don't know if I really deserve to get yelled at for that.
No, I think that's one of those kind of irrational things where
If you like that, that's great. I hope you find someone who you can explore that with. In the context of anyone's everyday life, I'm pretty sure it's not the most fun.
that guy can wake this whole room up.
That that is also a demon soul. I mean, it's a lot of Dark Souls, but that kind of like particular thing with like the bell, right, where they can wake all the people up.
I think it's funny because I feel like it goes away until we get trap ahead. Yeah, no, this is.
Well, there's Dark. It happens in Dark Souls 2 when you're in that area where it's like shoot. It's all those like stones, and if you like you're attacking people.
You're right. Yeah. So here we have this kind of neat little.
It's like a winery or something.
Yeah, it's like a return to the grove where we find the broken statue of the firstborn. You know.
Yeah.
And we think these guys are passive, and they're not.
Always exciting.
Yeah. God, I forgot just how much like sheer damage you have to sit through to get through this section.
Yeah, no, it's like a shinobi level.
It really it's
Just like
it's
Fast and Furious.
just the amount of damage that gets put out in this like zone here is just wild. I do not have any of the sleepy
Alluring
times.
skulls or whatever.
I have none of the sleepy time medallions.
Oh no.
The Lloyd's
talismans.
I'm gonna use I'm gonna get big. Let's
Yeah.
go.
We can get one big hit on him.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Let's go. You.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Stop eating Derby.
Yeah, this one's weird because it moves like this too.
I hate this one.
Yeah.
It's like extra special creepy.
And all it has is 3
Oh.
Titanite skill. Which is
I mean, that's pretty serious.
no, it is. It's serious, especially if you're like going that route. All right, so we need to take off this thing. I need to remember how this works. I'm gonna throw a firebomb at it first. I think
Smart. Derby. Third time's the charm. Dragon does not care.
There we go.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's very rough that the dragon has to deal with the pus of man. I feel badly for the dragon.
Oh shit.
Ew.
Yeah, it does that.
I find it really interesting that within Dark Souls, dragons are almost always shown as like noble creatures. Like I never get the feeling that they're like hated or evil or anything. They're always like, even when they're in your way, it's sort of like it's almost a shame to kill them.
Yeah. No, it's. There we go.
Nice.
And the chunk, and the dragon's dead, and I think the other one is now large titanite shard. I think the other dragon is just kind of like deposed now.
Passive.
Yeah, it's just like it's
look at
kind of floppy and dead. There's
I guess
another
they were
pus
always
on
dead?
it. Yeah, they were like. I think that's the deal.
Animated by the pus. That's very interesting. I like that actually. It's sad, but I do like it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get your souls back from before?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I just couldn't remember.
That's what I've got. So I got so many souls now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Wow.
we dealt with that, and we went out there, and
Is there anything more up?
there is, because there's over this way.
Oh, of course.
But I think. Oh, right. This is just the portcullis.
Oh my. There's
Yeah,
the
so there's that
portcullis
big
knight.
boy down there. I mean, once again, we're doing. And yeah, he's got a
He has
guy with
friend.
him, and he's
Oh,
just
now
down
he
there.
has-
He's just like instantly on us.
Yeah, boy.
But if we open this, that opens the gate, and then we're
All right.
basically done with this leg, and now.
And now we can go straight.
Yep. But then we get to fight that duo across the bridge, which
Well-
is very fun.
Yeah, I mean what a great set piece.
Yeah. But first,
Yeah,
We're
let's spend those souls.
yeah, we're just gonna homeward bone it, because I have the
You have the infinite bone, right?
infinite bone. What is the infinite bone? It's the coiled sword fragment. We're gonna go back to the shrine because 56,000 souls. It's gotta be a level.
that's not nothing, yeah. What a downer.
I know, right? We just killed a dragon. We killed the pus of man that was animating a dragon.
It's not nothing. That's tough.
I got so excited there for a second. I was like, man, I got 2 bone shards. No, they're the vertebra shackles. All right. Let's
Yeah,
see.
no, they're useless. You have 2 PvP
Welcome,
things that you...
Very well. Then take no.
All right. So vigor is about where I want. I think 42 is where I usually kind of stop, but I can't remember if that's that or if that's strength. Either way, I don't know. I want to put points in vitality still. Like ultimately I do, because I think I want Derby to have that poise, but for now I want to get Derby to 40 strength, and then we'll pump vitality and endurance.
Seems reasonable.
40 is the next target.
Farewell, Maester.
I don't think you have enough with those two souls, that group of souls. So you might.
I can go find out. I do like that you can do this to like find out how much the value of them is.
It's pretty nice, yeah.
Okay, so 8. No, I don't have it.
Plus 12. Yeah, you have 20.
Yeah. Let's.
Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have 20. You have 17.
So I have 17 plus.
17. Like 34,000.
Is it? Yeah. So it's not quite enough. So that's okay. I don't have like a lot of things worth of money that I want to sell now. I don't. Okay. That's
Ashen 1.
no, we don't have anything we want to spend money on. Well, I guess I do. I know what I want to spend money on is I need to replenish the,
I was gonna say
fire bombs.
Could get more fire bombs.
And I want to get more fire on the sword. And
Smart. Oh, and Lloyd's talismans.
Oh yeah.
That's,
Grab 3
oh
of
yeah, I
those.
guess that's the.
Don't need a ton of them, but
Yeah, a couple. Yeah.
it's not bad to have. 2 powder. I love how repair is such a non-thing when you touch a bonfire and it instantly repairs your stuff.
And
It's-
yet you can always buy it if you want to.
yeah, it's really funny how that all works out. Did anything new show up in here? What's Gundir's helm? Gundir, your helm is very bloody.
Yeah, it's not great.
Gundir, the blade champion was bested by an unknown warrior. That's us.
Yep, that's correct.
Becomes sheathed to a coiled sword in hopes that someday the first flame would be linked once more.
Love to become sheathed to a sword.
Yeah. I like that you can buy the armor of the dudes that you killed. Because it didn't really seem to do much good for them, you know?
I tend to think it's, I just like to think then it shows it's just a skill level thing.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I killed this guy. I'm wearing his shit. What?
Yeah, it works better on me.
Ashen 1.
It just works better on me.
It works better on me. That's all there is to
I
it.
don't know why. It just works better on me.
You can't deny the results.
Can't deny the results. It's fucking Stephen A. Smith statement. Oh God. I'm sorry, I was just replaying the Cars video, the Stephen A. Smith Cars thing in my head.
I feel like after one of the rare people who, and I've heard all sorts of things like he's hard to work with, he's kind of a jerk, well, whatever. But like, and I expect all of those things are true because anyone in media who is that successful, I would say like 80 to 85% of the time is like a massive jerk to work with. But like, I do kind of appreciate about him that like, once he sort of learned what the bit was that people sort of found funny about him, he was able to play it to make it funnier instead of making it tired.
Yeah,
It's odd. I don't know how he managed
I do got to give props for that because that is true. Like you would think, and honestly, the kind of bit it is, you think he would fuck it up.
Yeah.
Because the kind of person you have to be to make that bit means you are very prone to ruining that kind of bit.
Yeah, because once you know it, then you're gonna try and like refine it or like make it, I don't know, like expand upon it or add some flourish that you think is cool that doesn't make any sense, and instead he just kind of like he just leans into the parts he actually needs to lean into to make it better, and I don't know, somehow that really worked for him.
All right.
Let's see. So they didn't come out on the bridge.
No, he didn't come out on the bridge. How do I
That's a
get over
shame.
there? I think I have to jump down. Or no, I don't think. How do I get over there?
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah, I
there's a walkway and there's stairs to go up to that little guy.
Can you
Don't
climb
know.
up this dragon?
God, no, you can't. Which is a bummer. You just kind of clip through the dragon's head, though. Like, here's our cool dragon.
I do like the way the dragon looks.
It's real
neat.
dead.
Yeah, it was never all
From
that alive.
Software is is really into these like weird the bits of batter from Long John Silver's that they put your fish on.
I mean, how else are you gonna get deep fried dragon?
Like it's just really funny that they have those like those fronds of batter, and they're like kind of bony and Jesus, dude, why are you so fast?
He's
Holy
sprinting
shit,
so
Michael.
fast at you. Whoa!
Jesus. Oh, son of a bitch.
I do appreciate the swagger of trying to beat him while his healer is still alive.
I almost had him.
You did almost have
Fucking
him.
almost had him.
I think you'll be able to do it next time.
Honestly, like I fucking had him. Fuck this game.
Yeah,
my
it's
contro-
rude. Yeah.
Why is my controller? Wait, my controller's fucking up now. There we go. Come on. What are we doing?
Derby, come on. Come to life
What are we
again.
doing
If we all
here?
believe really hard, Derby will start moving again.
Why is my controller fucking up there? Oh, there we go. Okay.
So it's just like the never-ending story.
And I'm wired too, so it's not like, it's the Bluetooth shit. No, it's just fucking wired connection.
I thought you were just telling us that you had like a Jamaican Me Crazy.
No, it's a pirate water sex on a beach.
But not that kind of wired. Wired in terms of the controller is wired.
Yeah. Well, Jackson from Abnormal Mapping at Head Falls Off on Twitter. Dear friend, Action Gamer, was chastising me for when I was playing wireless. And then just like the fucking lag. Oh mate, the lag. Oh the lag. You got input lag, mate. Oh, and that's how Jackson sounds.
Yeah, no, it's
All right, I'm just gonna.
as we've gone over in previous episodes, and perhaps not, of
Oh,
late.
shit,
But,
there's a
there's
bunch
another
of-
one in here.
Fuck, man. Oh, holy shit.
So maybe the way that you were doing it before is the right way to do it.
Holy shit.
Get the one guy down.
God damn.
But I will say it is, as we've talked about in previous episodes, you actually have a pitch perfect impression of Jackson. It sounds just like
that's
them.
exactly how Jackson speaks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was just explaining for any listener who might not know, might think that that wasn't exactly how Jackson sounds.
I cannot imagine anyone who is listening to this or watching this, I should say, does not listen to at least one Abnormal Mapping podcast.
It'd be a little strange, but who knows? This is those intrepid souls who are extremely, niche in where they find their material. Comes.
Here we go. Yeah, what now, bitch? You don't have your friend. Oh yeah, you're not healing. That's all you're gonna drop? You're not gonna drop your sword?
Nope.
Oh god, there's another one. There's another one.
That's right.
Yeah, you come out here. Yeah, you come out here, motherfucker. Jerk off.
What do you think you're gonna do without your friend?
Yeah.
Why would you go out without?
Why would you
the
go
tank?
out without your big boy?
Yeah, just gonna go ahead as a healer and try and take on this guy.
I mean, like
Leave my
those dudes are
tank over
pretty
here.
fucking baller. Like I'm not gonna
I mean,
shit
they're
on them.
cool. Yeah, they're really
Like
neat.
they've got a build all right. Like they're like one of the few Dark Souls characters that like they're like, nah, I went on YouTube. I was watching the Lobo and I got a build. It's my SL 120 cleric build. You don't even know. Is there? Do I need to even go over here? There's nothing over here, is there? There's just this asshole.
You could push open those graves.
I can't push open graves, Trevor.
I know it's not Elden Ring over
This
here.
is not. Yeah, this is not. It's not an Elden Ring. This is not a. I just don't want him to come up behind me. Is the thing.
I mean, I feel like
don't
there's a
think-
possibility that might happen, so we should just keep our head on a swivel here.
Yeah, we're just. All right, we seem okay for now. There's nothing over this way because that's. Okay.
Did you find that it was true once you plugged the controller in that you felt much less lag?
I could not tell the difference.
Yeah, I think like unless you have and
fully.
and all respect to Jackson, unless you have the and all our friends who are action gamers, the broken mind of an iframer, you do not. You won't ever notice that kind of thing.
Yeah, like I'm just not. I have played console games on television sets that were so janky and so like
Oh,
just
absolutely.
you know.
This is a great elevator.
Yeah, this is a great
Look
elevator.
at this grandma's wallpaper elevator.
Yeah, I love it. I don't remember how we get to this elevator, though I know I arrived at this like hole before, I think.
Wow, this is a long elevator though.
Oh, I think it's right. It's this one.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yeah.
this is a blast from the past.
Yeah, remember here?
I do.
Yeah, so there's those guys. You have to run in here and just like smash the floor. That's the bonfire for the boss fight that we're about to do.
Okay.
Which sucks.
Yeah, that's no good.
It's not like it's totally fine. It's totally doable. It's also just like really from. You could have just put it out here. You just could have put it out here.
You gotta channel Killer Dia from a couple nights ago.
So I'm gonna send that back down for myself, which you got to remember to do every time. This side. There's a. Oh, there's all kinds of shit going on over here. Oh yeah, because there's these weird things that are.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with them is.
Burning tree.
This is the part of Dark Souls 3 where From Software decides like weird seraphic bone tendril enemies is like actually like the coolest thing, and
They haven't dropped that yet. They still think that's the coolest thing.
I mean, and I on some level I think I agree with them. Those are fucking terrifying and weird and cool.
Yeah, they're extremely neat. I can't gainsay it entirely. I do love a biblically accurate Dark Souls. So
Accurate Dark Souls.
we do love that.
Okay.
It looks like a big dragon's claw coming out from that tower. Isn't that strange? No, not there. If you pan down, yeah, like that.
That's
like,
the wing. That's the wing of the
Oh,
dragon.
that's the wing?
Yeah, we're above. That's where the white dragon.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
the white dragon's wing.
Yeah.
Huh. I thought the white dragon had white wings. Sorry about that, everyone.
It's just a shadow, because like
Oh.
we're in like Visions of Hell like mode right now in terms of because like the sky has done the dark sign. Because like after Bloodborne, Miyazaki really got into what if the time of day shifted, and like what if there was just like a sick time of day that was just like what if the time of day was like heavy metal o'clock? Yeah, I
Did you see that Kojima today was defending that, like, oh no,
Son of a bitch.
that the very unsuccessful but fairly interesting game that I always forget the name of, Boktai, I think.
No,
The
I
game where
didn't.
you have to be out in the sun.
Oh, I vaguely
To fight
remember
vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he posted something like, people think that I am innovative because I come up with games like sneaking around a place or like doing deliveries, but the real one that I was super innovative on was this game about killing vampires, but it was not successful. Yeah, man, I don't know.
Okay, now how do I get there? It's wall. Is it the dancer? It's a dancer, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's a dancer.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think I can run through the like this one I have to go up a ladder. But the other one I have to run through a bunch of enemies. Because there's like the
Not
stairwell.
just a ladder, the ladder. That's
Yeah.
that's the best ladder.
Because like so now I can run through here and then we just kind of gotta loop around here and just go this way and then we go over here and then no, doing it all wrong. There we go. Go on, go.
The guy was just healing his friend.
Yeah,
he didn't even see you.
He's like buffing up. He's like doing he's doing the fucking everyone's like this is the ultimate Elden Ring build where you buff like you do 15 different buffs and then you one shot the boss and it's just like congratulations dude, you just sat outside the boss arena and cast 15 spells on yourself and then you did like you walked through and we're like okay now I'm gonna do my one shot. It's not that interesting, homie.
It's true.
Like, it's just like I can't with the people that do their builds for.
I mean, people love to find the ultimate build, as if builds aren't, the most subjective things of all time.
Yeah. And like there's some builds that are like there's some things that like the thing that like interests me about Skull B, let's do it.
Ooh, I love it. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going. We're doing this boss fight. We're doing this boss fight with Skull B. This boss fight's kind of cool. I enjoy this boss fight quite a bit.
I'm excited.
I enjoy this boss fight with a friend because yeah, Skull B.
Skull B. Skulb.
Bow for Skull B. Skull B.
My Skulby snacks.
Let's go. This boss fight's just kind of sick.
Whoa.
But it's the Dragon Slayer armor.
And in the background is the those nightmare guys.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh
whoa.
shit!
Oh my God.
And that's why I love this fucking boss fight because you could do so much damage so quickly and then immediately fall off the ledge.
Okay, it took you immediately.
It's
just
immediate.
Punished you.
Immediate.
Yeah.
It's like and this is why I love it because the ultimate cheese strat in Dark Souls 2 when you fight the one Dragon Slayer is to you don't raise the platform. You know, you go to Heidi's Tower of Waffles.
Yeah. Yes, I know that tower.
You don't raise the platform, and you walk up. And as soon as you walk in, you kind of hang like just slightly to the left, and you let the bars charge you, and he just runs off the ledge and dies. And that's how you defeat the one Dragon Slayer. And how do you defeat the Dragon Slayer here? Or how does the Dragon Slayer fucking defeat you here? Constantly knocking you off the ledge like that. Like it's
pretty cool.
And it is like, it's just such a thing that just happens. Like there's no... What if Skullby's back? Skullby's back!
Yes.
Skullby! We love Skullby!
I hope they're ready to try and help us again.
Shout out to Skullby being a pal.
Absolutely. I love this boss. I love how aggressive the boss is to try and push you off too. Like it's such a like what a cool like a cool like mechanic.
Like this boss rules because he's got this fucking thing behind him that distracts the hell out of you.
Oh yeah, I mean, how are you gonna? And he also has that like the armor. It's just intense.
And he hits like that, and he's got this sick axe, and he's got.
And you can stagger him.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can't.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Wow.
But like,
Holy moly.
he's not super hard. It's just.
Well, there's so much going on.
Yeah. Again, like so much incoming damage, so much like all of his attacks. They're not AOE's, but they might as well be. Like most of them are like his narrowest attack is like what's it? Overpower on warriors in Final Fantasy 14. Just like this big frontal cone.
I like what I like about. I think one of the things I really like about this boss too is that like you basically it's shock and awe in the sense that I think From really loves it, but it's also like it actually does the shock and awe fully, where it's like we're not doing a thing where it's like, oh, this guy's so big and scary, or like, whoa, this guy's so intense. It's like it really is. There's just so much happening and it's so fast. It feels like a kind of like a different game on that regard.
Skull B. Oh. We could bring another person in. Who's this? Skull B and Echo. You know what? We'll bring the triumvirate.
We're gonna bring the squad.
We're gonna bring a triumvirate with us.
The whole squad's coming in. Maybe. There's one of our squads. One of our boys.
And of course, the thing is, like, we're bringing another dude in, but you know, every time you bring in another person, homie gets,
stronger.
He gets buffer.
But everyone knows the drill. Like no one's coming into this unaware.
Yeah, no, and that's why it's just.
Well, that's what we learned with Radon, right? We're like, oh yeah, it's awesome if like me and all of my friends are.
Oh shit! You gotta stay close to the wall, Dia.
I was just distracted by Dark Spirit Fair Thrall there.
Yeah.
Watch your health. Yeah.
Oh shit! And then this stuff starts happening.
Oh my god.
Peace.
What in the world?
There we go.
Oh my
peace out,
word.
Echo.
And Echo died.
We did it.
I do like that Skullby put the chest of greed on as well.
That's what you gotta do, like right when you kill a boss, because you have that time before the shit pops, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there we go.
I love it.
Dragon Rider armor is like, it's one of like my favorite bosses.
That is such a cool boss.
It was fun getting to like see it this way, instead of, when I first did this boss fight, like 3 or 4 hours of my life.
Yeah,
3 or 4 hours of my life. I got here really fast. Honestly, because I was just kind of cruising through progression-wise. I wasn't really doing a lot of secrets. I didn't do the whole. I didn't do the Osiris shit. I was just blowing through the game.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I got here and like I was just kind of like, well, there's no one here to help me. I got low. I'm like I was like soul level. Maybe
what am I supposed to do with this thing?
Like I think I was like 60 tops. And it was just like, well, okay, my build is I don't remember. I think my build was a cleric build, and he's like, he's Mr. Lightning. He's a fucking dragon slayer. Of course, he doesn't know what the fuck. He doesn't care about fucking lightning.
Well, and like with the cleric build, you're standing there and you're like, you're doing a spell or whatever, and he immediately just bum rushes you and knocks you off of a cliff.
Yeah. So
what a nightmare.
He's just sick as hell, and I love this.
I love it. That's
I love
one of
his
my
arena.
favorites.
His arena is so claustrophobic too.
It's a lot like that first hard boss in Elden Ring. Not like the guy who's sort of like he's like the outcast or whatever. He stands by the gate. What's his name? But he has a similar arena to this, but it's a little less. It's a little, I think, like with the crumbling walls and the fact that everything is so like immediately broken and immediately fatal. This just is that to the nth degree. Like it's so much more pure.
Mm-hmm. The thing I like about this arena is, one, it's this narrow walkway. It has this brick wall. It gets demolished, but like there's enough elevation. Like we have this big arch, that like there's a lot of like Dark Souls 1 here that's happening.
Yes,
as
absolutely.
well as
that bridge is absolutely a Dark Souls 1.
Like,
I
so
mean, that's the bridge by.
We're calling back the aqueduct. We're calling back the bridge with the dragon. This right here really is reminiscent of the arena where you fight the Iron Giant, which the Dragon Slayer is very reminiscent of the Iron.
Yeah, totally.
Like that's. And then if we look down here, we have this structure over here, which is so extremely.
Oh wow!
The Undead Parish going on.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's part Undead Parish, and then you look at it with the forest and the fact there's a long walkway and stuff, and immediately you're getting Sen's Fortress vibes as well.
Yeah. So this is very much like, leading into Sen's Fortress. I also really love this very strange tower right here.
Yeah.
It's just like it's almost, there is like a vaguely like oriental vibe to it. Like it is somewhere located in Asia. This tower is not situated with the rest of this.
No.
Very, it's like it's Byzantine, it's Turkic, it's like all these weird, there's hints of like kind of Chinese structure to it. There's all these other weird, things happening here. We have these towers over here that are not. This does not occur in European architecture.
Right. Yes.
There's just so much happening in this kind of collision here that doesn't really make sense, and yet it's all part of the structure. It's not. This is not. Spoilers for where we'll eventually be in a couple episodes. In the final DLC for this game, worlds start colliding with one another. Timelines start interrupting and all that. But here we've got all of these weird structures that are interloping on one another. And then we have this shit going on with these statues.
Wild.
With like these weird long necks, and they've got
so grotesque.
They've got. Let's look at the. Let's break out our binoculars because.
Please, I got to see this one up close.
We got to see this one up close because, look at that face. Look at those wings.
Oh well, I know who that is.
Do we know who that is?
Yeah, of course we do.
Yeah, we know who that is, don't we, Trevor?
That's our friend, the serpent, the eternal serpent.
That is our friend,
right,
the primordial serpent. But
primordial serpent. Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's not his actual face. That's just like he didn't have a schnoz like that. He didn't have kind of a, that forehead so much. He didn't have those kind of eyes. But he didn't have a man's body.
The teeth and the little things on the side of his head are absolutely dead on.
This is one thing that I did always love. The way this weird, biblically accurate, the biblically accurate
Dark Souls
dragon capillary systems, whatever the fuck, kind of come up above him Like their spawn point is like somewhere over there.
It's
so that,
really
like,
neat.
They're like spawning over top of him and all these.
Yeah,
other...
if you're interested in finding the primordial serpent somehow, you're just like, oh wait, what are those?
And then
things
there's
now?
these things.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, they're from the deep.
And they're
right,
they're from the deep. They're dripping with like. They're just drippy, and they've
They're
got a
Swamp
book.
Thing.
They're like there's like Swamp Thing. They're all drippy, and their book is all drippy, and it's got like a drippy coming through the book. This is just
really
such
cool.
a cool platform, which is like it's like such a weird thing to say about a game, but we've got dudes turning into Framps or Koths. We're definitely Framps. Like this one's got a different. There we go. Look at that face.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's Frampt. The other guy I think is Koth, because Frampt was very friendly.
Well, I don't think the other guy is Koth. I think he's the same guy.
Maybe. Well, I mean, Koth and Frampt are essentially the same guys too.
Yeah. I mean, they're so they're just the same statue. But notice how their wings have feathers. Notice how they have wings. First of all, do we remember? Like, I don't remember Koth or Frampt having wings.
I mean, unless it was underground, we never do see the entirety of them, do we?
I think we just see their necks. I don't think we see more than their necks.
Right. So there could be, we could be looking at a being that has much more going on further down. But no, I don't recall feathers, and I don't recall ribs. The ribs are very strange.
Yeah, they've got ribs. Ribs that
Gills.
almost kind of look like fingers, more than less like ribs.
I kind of I can't say I'm super comfortable with that, but I love the vision. I guess I'll say that.
But I love Koth and Frampt, because like to me they're very much like a Statler and Waldorf, or oh god,
You're right.
Don Amici and Denholm Elliott in Trading Places. Mortimer and Coleman, yeah. They have a very them vibe, there's like these two old guys that are just like kind of constantly in a betting game,
Yeah.
and the world is just like, like they're the fucking primordial serpents. They're so old, they're so powerful, they're so just not attached to the world anymore, that like, what is there except making fun of it all?
They're Statler and Waldorf, but specifically Statler and Waldorf from the Muppet Christmas movie.
Yes.
When they're Marley and Marley.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't. God. Fucking terrifying.
I love them.
They're so good.
What an inspired choice to include that, right? Like, it's so good to like be like, oh, what's really like what's cool about the Dark Souls games is all the stuff the fans love and all. But why don't we also just include statues of those two serpents that everyone kind of is like, they don't say it, but they're absolutely terrified by.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird. So like we've got all these like what is the deal with Lothric, right? Like,
Well,
because
very
we got all
well.
these
Then
these guys who they're fighting dragons, but like
farewell, Ashen One.
they're in opposition to dragons. They're clearly an offshooting of Loredran, right? Like we are
Yeah.
God knows how many millennia out from Loredran, and yet
I mean, this might be just the same place, and Lord Duran's called Lothric now. I mean, it seems just as plausible that that's the case. But you're right, like, it is absolutely an offshoot at the very least.
Yeah. So like, what is the deal there with, Koth Koth and Frank, or Koth, what's with the primordial dudes? Why are they here? What is their connection? We know that Gwyn from Lordran, fierce opposition to the dragons.
Oh, absolutely.
That was his defining moment was, he gets power and he gets all of his homies together and says, let's go pants the dragons. And they do. And then everyone but Seath the Scaleless, who was not immortal because he didn't have scales. The assumption there. Whatever kept Seath scaleless was what prevented him from having immortality.
That's correct.
Whether it was the scales that kept him immortal or not, whatever. Seath's lack of immortality is, metonymized by his lack of scales.
I absolutely love the way you use metonymized there.
All right,
100% correct.
Yeah, I think I was looking for metaphorized, and then I realized correct. I'm like, no, I think actually it is metonymy there.
Yeah, no, it's metonymy.
But what was I saying? But so we don't get that really in Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2, we get some, there's some weird stuff with dragons. There's, we get the Scholar of the First Skin. He's all like, boo, boo, boo. I've been fucking around with transfiguration and I've been making dragons. I made an ancient dragon. There's a dragon Eerie. There's all kinds of weird things going on there. But like the primordial serpents are, if they're there at all, are so far in the background. And then here we have these statues. No mention of the primordial dragons whatsoever. And then we get these statues of men who have turned into the primordial serpents with their weird...
there is that in this game. I mean, we've seen the pilgrims turn into like snails, essentially. Like the idea of transfiguration.
They become
of men is,
there's something going on with like they are turning into, lizard men of some kind.
And it's hard to say for me whether or not it's like, a long analysis giving something too much credit or depth. But I'm willing to say there's like depth here that I wasn't expecting, where like you do get these connections between these games where Dark Souls 3 sort of felt, I think when it came out to me, like, okay, yeah, you're just going back, right? Like you did 2, you had a kind of a backlash, now you're just going back. And it's not quite that. It's like the story's a lot more complicated than that.
No, and it is there. Like, I can definitely feel some, some places where like Miyazaki was not convinced by Dark Souls 2. Like I know there was, Dark Souls 2 had a very contentious development process, and that Miyazaki had to like kind of basically come back after dividing his time with Bloodborne.
Right.
To kind of, come in and kind of like be like, steward Dark Souls back on, shepherd it back on the path that he, From Software needed it to be on or whatever. And like, the Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1 fans, the Dark Souls 2, not necessarily haters, but the detractors, we'll say, love to point this out, that, Miyazaki could only write the ship so much, and that everything there is not necessarily canon because
such as there is canon.
Such a stupid thing to say about Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's just incredibly stupid.
That this is a return to form and blah blah blah. Whereas I think initially I played it, and I very much was of the this feels like you're sick of people who play these games, and you want to be free of Dark Souls. Which might still be true. However, I don't think that was generous enough to that while while Miyazaki may have wanted to be free of Dark Souls, there is a degree to which he still cares about it.
Right. Yeah. No, this is very much it's honoring the text and
yeah, I think that's the thing is my initial playthrough this is I did not feel like it honored the text, and I think actually this does. I think that is probably my biggest takeaway so far from this Let's Play series is that no, actually, there is a great deal of reverence for where the series has progressed through. Even as it does fan service. We'll see how the DLC shakes me, but
Yeah,
for
I mean,
now,
I know that the DLC is where it's lost some of my friends, but I think, such as it is right now, yeah, I agree with you completely.
So, Soul of the Dragon Slayer armor, one of the twisted souls steeped in strength. I think this is important because it's the Dragon Slayer armor. It's not the Dragon Slayer.
It's armor.
It's the armor. You know, we already fought the Dragon Slayer. You know, we killed them back in Dark Souls 2.
This is just this is a Dullahan.
Yeah, this is like, you know, this is the animated armor of the Dragon Slayer, who the armor has kind of come through us through time, and like when we go talk to what's his face, we'll see where these weapons, you know, the weapons that can be transformed from the soul link back. Used to acquire many souls or transposed to extract its true strength. The Dragon Slayer armor, controlled by the Pilgrim Butterfly, lost its master long ago, but still remembers their sporting hunts. That's
Pilgrim
fucking
Butterfly.
sick. Yeah, the Pilgrim Butterfly. So, the Pilgrim Butterfly. Butterflies, we know, come from other critters. They go through a pupal stage and they emerge as butterflies. They're not born butterflies, right?
Right.
The Pilgrim Butterfly is the thing that we saw behind him that was controlling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So those things that we saw flying around are Pilgrim Butterflies. Now,
But that means that the armor has the memory, not the butterfly
armor
itself.
has the memory, not the butterfly. So that's interesting. So it is being puppeted by the Pilgrim Butterfly, but the armor remembers hunting,
That's so cool.
right? Like, kind of sick. But the thing that interests me there is so that the Pilgrim Butterfly, where have we seen pilgrims in this game? What is the closest thing we've seen to pilgrims in this game, Trevor?
Well, it's the people doing the pilgrimage.
Right.
Our friend who gave us the dark spots and all.
Right. The dudes who have the things on their backs. Maybe they don't turn into the pus of man. Maybe that's what they birth.
Oh, the shells crack open. I mean, they do look like cocoons.
Like, that's the thing. Is like do they not look like kind of cicadas in a way?
They really kind of do.
They kind of look like little cicada husks. They're little pupil guys.
Aha,
But-
thou returned, and a fine day.
Something to
it
think
is.
about.
So,
I like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dragon
See,
Slayer
there they
armor,
are.
he will let us have the Dragon Slayer Great Shield,
Right.
melted iron shield that once formed part of the Dragon Slayer armor. Oh, messages rated. The shield offers high protection to lightning, which the Dragon Slayer commanded as his own, and its skill has faint echoes of the Dragon Slayer's own fighting style. This is
The skill.
the skill is Shield Bash, which I really appreciate that. Like, Shield Bash is like, you know, every MMO, every role-playing game, you know, tabletop game, every CRPG, Shield Bash is like one of the most basic skills. You have to have a Shield Bash skill, but only Dark Souls makes it the most like fucking devastating fucking skill.
Yeah. Usually it's like, oh, I am at my very lowest. Can I stun this guy to
Yeah,
like
it's like
give
it's
myself
like
a
an
breather?
interrupt, you know? It's
Yeah.
like it's just, you know, something you plan into your rotation just so that, you know, the boss doesn't get like one spell off. But now here it's just like
That's
you
so
can
cool.
really fuck someone up with Shield Bash, which I do love. The Dragon Slayer Great Axe, melted iron great axe that once formed
melted.
part of the Dragon Slayer armor, thickly imbued with the power of lightning. Use skill to draw upon the techniques used to slay the arch dragons. Falling bolt. Hold axe high in the air together. Fierce lightning. Smash ground to whip the bolt to the ground.
I mean, the whole castle is really interesting when you think about the pilgrim butterfly controlling the armor and the dragons being alive via the pus of man. It's almost like it's almost like a play. It's like a period piece. It's like all of these things putting on, this action of old, this thing that happened a long time ago, and acting it out without any of the players actually being around. It's puppetry.
Yeah. But why are they puppeting?
Well, because everything loves to repeat in Lordran.
Yeah.
Repetition is really the only thing I think you can count on here. But that's just a guess. I'm not sure. I think there's a lot of good answers to that.
So, I'm not going to eat this soul.
Okay.
Because I want the Dragon Slayer Great Axe. I think
Okay.
Derby's not going to use it now. Derby's still, I think, beholden to the Great Sword for now. But I feel like there will come a time when the Dragon Slayer Great Axe, even though it's split damage, will be something that Derby might want to use.
Okay.
So we're just gonna take
I
that
took
bad
the
boy.
mantle of Lord of Cinder of mine own volition. I speak these words with pride. Choose thy fate alone. Seize it with thine own hands. All the more should thy fate entail such foul betrayal.
Okay, homie.
I mean, he knows.
Yeah, he knows what's up. We still don't have enough souls to get another level up with this many whatchamacallits, but
Nice.
let's take a look at this weapon.
Oh,
We
yeah, let's see how it
actually
looks on
can't
us.
single-hand it yet. It requires 40 strength to single-hand.
Okay.
But
Whoa.
yeah, this is you two-hand it,
cool
and
axe.
it's just a great axe. It is the heaviest great axe.
I love what a piece of slag it is at this point too.
Yeah, no, it's kind of gnarly. It's got that weird extra handle at the back. What?
What is he giving that for?
Yeah, what is it for? There's
It's really cool.
yeah.
It's also super unique. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in Dark Souls.
Yeah, and it upgrades with twinkle tights. So
Oh, well, there you go.
yeah,
We got a lot of that.
we do.
Just one.
So we can just go ahead right now.
Let's do it. We got tons of souls.
Yeah. I don't think we don't have enough souls.
We do have enough Titanite.
We've got enough Titanite scale, but not enough souls. But
Oh, wow.
yeah. But actually,
Cool, pretty.
it's one of those things that no, I don't want you. Let's see, what's our current? So, but yeah, so it's split damage, but the physical damage on it's still pretty fucking beefy.
That's pretty good.
Actually, I'm gonna punch these guys. 'Cause I think that should be enough to get this to +5. I think +5 is
Just
all
one knee.
these guys get up to.
Oh, is that right?
I need slab, really?
Well,
I thought you used scale, but I guess not. I guess you use slabs.
we
But
don't
yeah,
have
they did get up
slabs.
to +5, so. Well, I think we
Okay.
will actually get another slab before too long. But that's okay. Because if anything, I was thinking about this for the DLC. So,
Great. I love it.
but yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're going with that.
the only thing that this doesn't have is that I do miss from it only has forward, like horizontal or vertical
Right, you don't
strikes.
have the hit back kind of thing.
But it's surprisingly fast. Like that's 3 swings. You compare that with the heavy greatsword. Like it's
It's a lot faster.
Yeah, it's faster in a forward direction. But why not have both? We're Derby. We can have options.
I think that's a great
We can have
idea.
big
And
Options.
good. I think what's cool about it too is that it is unbelievably strong, despite being. It says at +5 and with 66 strength. Everything's gonna be good with 66 strength, but its AR is 729 while being two-handed.
But like
Is
the thing
Pretty
about
remarkable.
if I remember correctly, if you because I used it as a strength of faith weapon.
Oh yeah, with faith, it's even better.
With strength and faith, I think with 27 strength and 40 faith, it was somewhere in the neighborhood of like 500.
Wow.
500, like upper 400s, like low 500s, which was like really fucking good. Especially because at the same time you also had access to the entire faith arsenal.
That is
at the end of the game, which is a good time.
That is a hell of a cleric weapon, yeah.
Yeah, it was a beefcake cleric weapon. But we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. But if not, there's no real loss in picking this up.
I think it's fun to have.
Yeah.
I think Derby's relationship with the dragons over time and all these things, I think it all kind of makes sense.
Yeah. All right. I think we will call it there. And we will continue our investigations into Lothric Castle next week. Trevor, where can the people find you and what have you been up to?
Not a lot this year yet, although behind the scenes quite a bit. But yeah, we haven't had a podcast yet this year. We will soon. But you can, in the meantime, if you're looking for something to do, we released 3 right before the break. They're not holiday themed, so you can go enjoy those. I guess one is. That's on Patreon though. So the podcast is No Cartridge, and the Patreon is also patreon.com/No Cartridge. And I wrote up a big retrospective / looking forward to 2024 on the No Cartridge Substack. So you can find that there as well. It's a good little. It's not the chunkiest read of all time, but it's chunky enough, and I think it's fun. So you can see what I'm thinking of doing this next year. Although there's some secrets and surprises that I haven't written down just quite yet. So those would be where you can find my recent work.
That's exciting. Yeah, so go do that. At some point, you need to finish Flower Sun and Rain, Trevor.
Well, it's in the retrospective. I say that I have to.
Good. 'Cause you
I have like a little bit where I'm like, I gotta finish Flower, Sun, and Rain.
Yeah, you do, because we got to talk about it. It's a fun time. But yeah, I haven't done anything yet this year. I'm going to be working on a piece for Paste about for the 40th anniversary of the Black Onyx, which was an early PC 88 RPG that was designed specifically
arguably the first.
with the Japanese audience in mind by a Western developer. An American who went to Japan was like, hey, let's make a game, guys, and laid the groundwork for a lot of for the emergence of the RPG in Japan.
It's a huge deal. Yeah,
it's a huge deal. It's very fun. I'm surprised Mark passed on it, but Mark passed on it for the same reason I was initially going to pass on it, and so I'm going to be writing actually about it obliquely through the games that it influences.
Nice.
So yeah, look forward to that. Next week is probably when it's going to be up, and then eventually I have to write a piece about full motion video games and the what happens when your enthusiasm and your dream is so far beyond the technological grasp of the era. So that's fun. I also started my next LP with M from Abnormal Mapping. We're doing MTV's Club Dead, which is in no part responsible at all in any way for me doing an article about FMV games exceeding the reach of their creators. Go check that. It's free. For $1 patrons this month, we're going to be doing Manhunter New York, the very weird apocalyptic cult game from Sierra, or published by Sierra, created by the Murray siblings. It's a weird game. It's one of the very first games I ever played, and I am so excited to go back to it, even if it has one of the worst fucking mazes in all of adventure gaming. It's full of weird arcade interfaces, and like it's very weird. It's a weird game. It takes place in 2004, 2 years after the Orb invasion of New York. Yeah, so look forward to that.
Orb invasion.
The Orb invasion. There
that.
are giant eyeballs that float. There's giant eyeballs. The art style is so unique and like wild and wacky. It is definitely pretty racist from what I remember, but not as racist as Manhunter. Not as racist as Manhunter San Francisco, that ends up going to the San Francisco Chinatown, where
good.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Sure.
But
Immediately understand why that would be racist, right?
As far as I remember, it even at the time it felt pretty racist. But there's a lot there to uncover and investigate as an adventure game. And like I said, it was one of those just like staples of my childhood. But Loom is up now. If you're a $1 patron, you can go watch Loom. That was the last LP of the year. Em and I finished up Flower, Sun, and Rain. There's a lot there on the patron. I'm also still doing Baldur's Gate 3, and the Worst Man in Cyrodiil Vesperities continues to adventure their way through the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. That's for $5 patrons. So please check all that out. Links are in the description, and we will see you next time. And just until then, remember, all is for the best in this, the best of all possible souls. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye. All right.
Woo!
Woo! 9 deaths.
9 deaths. Not bad, actually.
No, you actually, it was nicely spaced out, I would say.
Given the number of times I anticipated falling off the wall.